Hey guys, welcome to Lionsgate reading. I'm so excited. Why would I not be excited? Well, the sun is in alignment with Sirius. And Sirius is in alignment with the Great Pyramid of Giza. And I'm happy about this. Because this is a sacred time. That's why I'm sitting here in the sun. You know, guys, I really was thinking, oh, how's the lighting going to be? But then I decided I didn't care. The sun was here, and this is the time we are in. Now, there's going to be a lot of light. And I mean, you know what? If this is in alignment with the pyramids for a reason, like this is a beautiful time. This is connected to our ancients. And you know what? If any of you that have been on the path have been called to study the pyramids and study our connection to our ancients in Egypt and ancient Egypt, well, woo! And I mean, I've been there, and it's incredible to study our ancients, to study that time, to study the gifts that come from this beautiful sacred place here on Earth that exists. And boy, you know, one day if I could ever actually go there, I'd love to be able to manifest that. But the spirit of fire is here. Right now I'm here on mission work with you guys. Thank you guys for joining to heal, harmonize, and raise the vibe. Now, they've shared a message with me, and I want to see what it is. Okay guys, so today I've been called to show you the process to what happens here, just because we've been discussing going live and just how things happen here, and I want to really start breaking down and showing you. So when I get ready for a reading, I come over here. I have cards here, we have cards here, my goodness, there's cards over here, there's cards everywhere. Now I come over here, I get ready the cards, I pull out whichever ones are called. Of course, you know, I go through whichever cards are calling at whichever time, and then I put them over here. I have a process, and then I go through them all, and it's, you know, however I'm feeling. Now this is where I was called for the reading today, but they shared a message with me through the other cards, of course, that was on the table, and confirmation right there. So over here is the first set of cards that they shared the message with. And over here is the second set of cards that they shared the message with. And this is part of the process. This is how my gift works. And I just wanted to share with you, this is how it happens. I quite often either see visions of the cards, or they give me complete messages when I'm getting ready to sit down for the reading. So we're going to discuss the message today that they've shared. We're going to sit down together and break it all down, see what's happening for Lionsgate, and then we're going to build off this and see where we're going next. Hey guys, welcome. We're officially sitting down. We're going to share the messages for Lionsgate. This is what they've shown me. They show me right now that the message is connected to the devil. And you can see right there, the devil has our hearts. We are connected, even if we can't see it. And guys, as you can see, look, the sun is here. Now, the devil is connected to the Four of Pentacles. And this is where the masculine is grounding love. Grounding unconditional love through the elements. And right now, there's a deep connection with the earth. Now, this is connected to our failure. We've had failure. We've had failure with healing from this energy in the past. And this is also failure with feeling this Six of Cups pleasure, which is also connected to detoxification of the soul. But sometimes here it's hard to detoxify. It is. And we work hard to create pleasure. We have to have a truce with our failures, and this is connected to the Four of Swords energy. We're going to see something here. It's going to give us stability. It's going to raise our vibration, but this is resting. This rest allows us to restore balance, and this rest it really allows the feminine energy to rise. We know that regeneration, a time of rest, a time of contraction, the nighttime, the negative energy, that's the time where we relax. Then we add the positive charge when it's time. And this is connected to the raise in our vibration, the truths that we need. And, and then art and temperance are here. And this is alchemy. We're doing alchemy right now. We're doing alchemy of the water energies and the fire energies. And this goes back to what we've been talking about, the pattern that's been being created. Water and earth started creating a new harmonic. And water is leading the way in the transformation and helping the feminine energy to rise with the energy of earth. And then, water and air began working together thanks to the Aquarius moon. And now we are adding fire to the mix because this is a very sacred time. And we're just finding out how sacred this time is, aren't we, guys? And it's beautiful because what this time is allowing us to do, it's allowing us to create pleasure from our failures. It's allowing us to restore power from what's twisted, from the devil energies. It's allowing us to create art with our truths. It's allowing us to allow the feminine energy to rise while we regenerate and get some rest, some much needed rest. It's time. Now I felt called to show you guys kind of how this process works today, because this is really how it happens. I'm, very busy. I have a lot of things that I do all day. I have a son that's very active, and he's a rainbow child, and I work with him. And, he's on the spectrum. And I have, as well as, myself and what I came here to do. And I do a lot of mission work that's not just sitting here. And then I get to the table. I completely use my intuition. The messages appear, and then the beautiful gifts, like the beautiful gifts of the messages matching up with the channeled information that, has been received. And we've been discussing that we're going to add fire to the mix. This is the time we're in. And of course, we're about to add so much light. And the thing about light is we also have to keep the balance with the light. So the spirit of fire is here for a message with us. And this is a very message this is a very incredible gift of a message that is being received with this, wonderful blueprint of the tarot of the time we're in. So let's start with the spirit of fire, and then we're going to get the cards shuffled up, and we're going to receive our messages. Transformation. Take risks, face your fears, break out of old patterns and conventions. Just because you've always done something in the past doesn't mean that you need to continue to do it in the future. Try something new. Change your routines and habits. Reach out in new directions. And this is what we're doing right now. We're reaching out in new directions. This is growth. So as we change our routines and habits too, that changes patterning. The Thunderbird is rising in you. Out of the ashes comes new growth and new beginnings. Your native spirit wants you to know. In native cultures, fire was thought to be a gift from the Creator that carried the power of renewal. Fire can maintain life, and it can destroy it. It is the warmth of the tribal fire, but it is also the thundering lightning bolt cast down from the sky. It can purify and transform, and it can annihilate. Fire represents your life force, the spark of the life within you, and also the pure white light within you. The spirit of fire invites you to take some risks and face your fears. We often are reaching to situations because of preconditioned responses based on our self-generation, our self-generating definition of self. Every time you change an old habit, even changing to a different breakfast food, it helps you begin to step out of a limiting definition of self. Purification by fire creates transformation. Take care to keep your energy in balance. Fire that burns too brightly burns out, but a fire that is left to smolder dies. The journey. When you first awaken in the morning, focus on emerging sunlight. Imagine that you are breathing in that light. Gaze unblinkingly into a candle flame and focus your awareness on the inner flame within you. By doing this, you're activating the spirit of fire that dwells within you and around you. Imagine yourself to be a single candle flame, a campfire, a forest fire, electricity, lightning, the sun and the stars. And of course, this makes sense because we want to be in the energy of what we're creating. So we're going to reflect back something to us. And our visions work. Our spells work. Writing things down works. May the light of the sun illuminate my heart, that my heart may illuminate the world. And the spirit of fire is helping us to gather our soul tribes. And our soul tribes have medicine for us. But the spirit of fire is also connected to the spirit keeper of the north. And the spirit keeper of the north has medicine for us that is connected with gathering our soul tribe members. This is where things are really about to shapeshift and change and create anew and really build this platform of new earth. It's community, it's support. It's a community and support of people of the light workers that are leading the way in this transformation and are starting to have formed enough patterning of new earth and created enough templating of new earth within their own lives that they're going to move forward. And this is really anchoring this in for the grid of the collective. And that's what we're doing. We're holding the charge of our knowledge with the light for the grid of the collective, and we also act on it. So we actually have active patterning created. We activate our patterning. Okay, spirit keeper of the north. We are also in a time of activation, guys. This is why this is so sacred. And thanks for bearing with me, I must say too. You know what? I'm really transforming through these energies right now. Turn within, connect with your ancestors, incubate ideas, mend relationships, watch your dreams, meditate. The answers are inside of you waiting to be heard. Stay warm, create dreams of your future. Repair whatever is broken in your home and your life. Forgive those people and situations that have been dragging you around for a while. And this is what's been reflected back to me, all the places I need to repair. All the places I need to forgive and why I need to forgive, because what's been reflected back to me is we can't be the pot calling the kettle black. We have to be leading by example. We have to be leading by our new patterning. It's not enough to just see our new patterning within our heads. We actually have to act on it. We can't just, create it and then not act on it. That's what the spirit of fire actually is saying to us. It's time for action. We're in a time of action. Okay. Your native spirit wants you to know. In the medicine wheel, the north is the direction that symbolizes the darkest time of the night, the coldest part of the winter, the dark of the moon. It also represents the elder time of life and even a time of endings. And that's what's happening because the dark ages are coming to an end. This is what's decaying. The dark ages of Pisces in order to tear things apart and create the golden ages of Aquarius. And, this is why, we understand self. This is how I understand how I'm here. My sun is in Pisces and my moon is in Aquarius. So my spirit is helping to set my soul free, and my soul is connected to the Aquarius energy, and my spirit being connected to Pisces is part of the expansion. It's like the old in me is allowing the new to expand, and that's a beautiful gift. What a beautiful gift. Even just to see that patterning alone reflected back, that's a gift. And you know what, guys, this is why I highly recommend, like, take a look at your birth chart. Start to get to know it. Start to get, it's part of getting to know self. And I know that many of you join me know so much about self. Now, pulling the spirit keeper of the north indicates that it is a time to take measure of your life. Explore what's working and what's not working. What and whom do you need to release? It's also the time to make repairs in your physical environment, as well as make repairs to your body. Additionally, this is the time to begin to dream and make plans regarding your future, because this is also what we're ramping up for New Earth. Like, we really take care of our body. Taking care of our body is part of our high vibe patterns that we are creating. We understand, like, there's body actually knows a lot of stuff. We don't listen to body enough. We listen to the mind, but body's speaking to us all the time. Body needs us to listen. And this doesn't mean we get all frantic, like, oh my God, my arm's hurting right here. We gotta keep ourselves in check too, because God's heavy in here. We gotta be creating with the energy of what we're creating on, but be mindful, like, yo, you know what? I have to let the feminine energy rise. I've been expanding, overexpanding. I've been, overdoing this or overdoing that. Oh, now it's time to honor the feminine within me and take a rest. And like, some of us know how to really honor that feminine, and we're just taking a rest, and we need that masculine energy to kick us in, drive, and we gotta go now, we gotta go expand. That's finding the balance within us. That's what we're doing. We're also allowing the child to be present, because that energy of youth is needed. And then we also have to use our wise self. Higher self. Higher self's like mom and dad, connected to the divine spirit. We're created stability of the light. We have our team. We need our team, okay? Now, so your ancestors are close at this time. Call on them. And this is connected to our dreams, right? And of our future. They want to help you. If you live in the southern hemisphere, this is connected to the spirit keeper of the south. Well, I'm in the northern hemisphere, guys, so this is what we're going with right now. So, the journey: stand outdoors at night, facing north, inhale the darkness, sink into your own depth. In the stillness, ancient wisdom emerges. It does. This is truth. Ancient wisdom emerges. And this is connected to the spirit keeper of the earth. And this is what we're grounding. We know we're in a time of healing with Gaia. And this goes back to our last message. And I know, guys, we discussed we were going to be speaking about this, but we're going to go with this our next message. We're going to see what happens here. And then we're going to discuss our previous message, the cards we received, what is officially happening and where we're moving forward now with all this information. Because we have a lot of information of the time we're in. And this is what I mean, like, when you hear me tell you and say, like, oh yeah, we're going to do this, this, and that, and then something else happens, is because this channel is naturally unfolding. And you know what? I may think one thing's happening here, but Spirit's leading the way. So I'm going with what Spirit's going with. And we got to go. We got to follow the light. Now, Spirit of the earth. And a lot of times we're following the light through the dark. Prosperity is blossoming in all areas of your life. You are strong and grounded. Who you are is enough, just as you are. Connect more fully with nature. The Spirit of the earth asks you that you tend to your health. Now, we've had so much information to say. It's a time to amp up tending to self. This is going to help us really raise our vibration. This is really connected to the messages all lining up to the time we're in. We're going to really raise a vibe here. This is going to help Mother Earth. Now, detoxify your body. Understand how to use your body's physiology. Pay attention to how your body feels and respond accordingly. Create a home for your soul. Have objects in your home that feel good to you every time you see them. Be present and cherish the here and now. This is going to help us create the vibe of New Earth more than ever. Your native spirit wants you to know the spirit of Earth represents your physical self and your physical surroundings. It's okay to make plans for the future, but make sure that you also embrace and appreciate the present. You're deeply and profoundly loved and supported at all times, no matter what's occurring in your life. Take time to create spaces in your home where you feel absolutely at peace. And in doing so, you create a template for peace in all areas of your life. And there it is. Look, they're laying out the groundwork for us right there. We need to create peace. We found this out from our last message. That is the connected to where we're going to start. You know, guys, look, I'm already jumping forward to our previous message, right? But like that, I get so excited, I get so lit. This is where I got to come back and I got to focus and stay attention to what's happening right now, right? So, we're going to take time to create these spaces of peace because they're going to allow for this new template to create solid ground for the earth and where we're going. Solidity and power of the earth beneath you. This is in your core. Just as grass pushes up out of the moist ground, know that fresh new shoots of growth they're taking place within you right now. You're grounded, prosperous, and strong, and this is connected to this. All the solid forms around you, including your body, are a part of the physical realm. Notice how you relate to and identify with the physical universe around you. By doing this, you are activating the spirit of the earth within you. Let your reality of your relationship with the earth fill your consciousness. Feel it in every pore of your being. Let yourself merge with its energy. Imagine how it would feel to be a rolling hill, a great mountain, or a deep canyon. Imagine yourself lying in a meadow of wild flowers high in the mountains. Now, you could visualize all this stuff, or you could just visualize yourself hanging out there and how you felt hanging out there, like if you've ever been, or how you would feel hanging out there. Like, to me, that personally would be a more powerful visualization. How do I feel being there? How do I feel being in this space, surrounded by this space, within this space? Because really, we are one. Now, I want you to see, they've shared with me that the water energy is extremely important in our medicine, in our medicine bag here, okay, guys? And that's because we're about to have an overabundance of light. Fire energy is heat. We need to restore balance. We need to keep the balance, right? And that's going to be the water. The water energies is going to be the main one that's going to help us cool things off because we're going to ground it all, okay? We're going to ground it all, and we're grounding it balanced. We're also going to use the other elements. What else helps cool things off? The air, as well as the earth. This is incredible. And thank you to our medicine bag. Okay. Now, what this is all connected to is our disappointment. We're disappointed right now. And for many, many reasons. But we're moving forward, we're creating a different picture, and we're going to find out what it is connected to, and we're just going to start out right here, right now. This is an incredible deck. Divine Sun Child, Blessings of the Sun Falcon, and Rising Sun, the Divine Solar Child Reborn. And it's connected to the scales of balance, ancient tantra of the soul. All right, guys, we're going to discuss these cards further at our next reading. Divine Sun Child, Blessings of the Sun Falcon. Blessings of the Sun Falcon, the divine Sun Child. Horus, son of Isis and Osiris, flow to you now. And there is the masculine and feminine. Beloved initiate, it is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. Blessings of the Sun Falcon herald the time when your divine legacy is being born. It is your time to burn bright. So here it is. It's confirmation. It's our time to burn bright. It's our time to shine. We're going to amp up the light around here. And it's connected to the rising sun, the divine solar child reborn. There's no coincidence these cards came out connected. And it's because we are going to rise. The divine solar child reborn. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. And there's our shift right there from old earth to new earth. Confirmation. It is won through boldness, persistence. Even when you felt like giving up, you chose to stay strong, to surrender to the divine and continue with the path. You have been through much and now victory is upon you. Beloved, for the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. And now we're going to celebrate because this is it. A new consciousness within us is born. This is it. This is what we came here to do. This is mission work. We're birthing consciousness. And it's connected to the golden ages. And it's balancing the scales. Ancient Tantra of the soul. Scales of balance. You are at initiate on the path of divine healing of the masculine and feminine. The two sacred polarities that are universal to human experience. As these energies come into mutual respect and balance, you attain great power, presence, and healing effect in the world of the soul and in the human world of forms here on this earth. You are supported in further exploring this path now under the auspices and blessings of beloved Isis. And everyone keeps saying it's such an auspicious time. You know, what an incredible gift. You guys, we have so much confirmation that as Starseeds and Twin Flames, we're moving forward on our journey and on our path, and we're expanding and we're raising. We're healing, harmonizing, and raising the vibration. And, you know, where are we going? We're going to get some tarot now. Oh, I'm being called to go this way, so we're going to go. Four of Swords. I'm going to quiet down that racket. Okay. We're not seeing something clearly. We're in the dark. We can't let that throw us off because we're in the dark. No, we have to find our strength. The King of Wands is here. We have to find our strength to hold true with our visions of New Earth, our visions are of our expansions, our visions of how we want to love ourselves, our visions of how we want to feel better, our visions of the new patterning we want to create. We have to hang tight and start acting with them. Yep, the Five of Swords is here. We're going to pull out the charge because so is the 9. Yep, and are we? We're going to pull it out from the Ace. Guys, there's so much Swords energy. But this is because that moon, full moon and Aquarius energies are at play. So we have our fears. These are connected to the devil energies. A lot of this right now is fear of death of our loved ones. But we're going to see clarity. We're going to see how to expand with the bird's eye view. And you know what, guys? A lot of it is, we got to just accept sometimes what is. Like, no matter how, like, we came here to live, we came here to die. Other species came here to live and die too. We're all equal. We're all one. We have a birth story. We have a death story. When it's our time, it's our time. And, you know, we just sometimes have to hold the charge of the truth. You know, our species is just like any other species. Whatever, you know, we can't all the time take death so personal. And we do take death so personal. That's because we take life so personal. But, and believe me, I know it's painful. I've been through death. I get it. It's a painful experience. But sometimes we just have to look at it for what it is. With everything in life, we have to have a truthful charge of reality of just what it is. And it's reflected back to us everywhere we look. It is reflected back to us by other species. Look, other species, you know, like when a whole flock of birds dies, we're sad, but they died. So sometimes we have to look at it as like, you know, if we're facing our death and we're facing our mortality, which way it's being reflected back to us, as human beings, we have our time here too. And it doesn't mean we don't care about ourselves. It doesn't mean we don't care about life. We just have to pull out some of this charge of like being so afraid of life, of living, because it gets in the way. We're so afraid of death that we forget to live. And if we just honor that death exists, then we can live life. So, we're going to understand something. We're going to see something. We're going to see that something has us trapped. And it has to do with our pain. So we're going to remove the charge of pain. We're going to heal from pain, and we're going to find peace. And we're going to find peace with the Knave of Swords. And the Knave of Swords is on a spiritual quest of truth, and he's connected to his divine blueprint. And of course, because he's connected to the Two of Cups, the equality that we are seeking. All this energy here between the scales of balance, between the masculine and feminine. We gotta stop sometimes thinking like the truth is so cold-hearted. Like, we don't need to deliver the truth in a cold-hearted way, but sometimes just the truth is because we feel this like negative backlash. It's like, but it's like, that's where you have to learn how to heal and not react and respond and use that high priestess energy. Once again, too, you know, we're just mindful because we're woke. It doesn't mean it's easy. We're just mindful. And there is the King of Cups to help us to restore balance with the cup. The masculine rises with the cup, and here's Temperance. So we know we have the Spirit of Fire, and we also have the water energy present. So the masculine energy is rising through the feminine right here with the King of Cups. And this is much, we know Scorpio is doing a lot of work. We found that out last reading. And of course, this makes complete sense. God of the underworld, connection to Pluto. All this is making some complete sense to me. And speaking of the masculine energy, here it is. This is the third eye activation we need to have. The Emperor is having this third eye activation right now. And it has to do with soul purification, toxicity, moving our dung out of the way. And then there's the Queen of Pentacles. We ground the energy. We're going to confirm it. Thanks, Spirit. Page of Ariel. Reliable, clever, educated, balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. And there it is, guys. This is mission work. We're going to be expanding on our mission. Okay. There's the King of... Well, no, there's the Ace of Cups, but there's the Emperor. Okay, so we're going to take a leap of faith. The Emperor is here. Archangel Uriel. Stability and efficiency. Taking charge of a situation. Ambition, plans. So now we're going to just lead the way in transformation. Lead the way in what we need to do. Because we've gained access to information, some knowledge. And the Chariot is here. Archangel Metatron. Determination and self-control. Career advancement. Acknowledgement of success by others. So now we're moving forward because we have the masculine and feminine balanced on the path of the moon. And this is Archangel Metatron. This means we're using our feminine energy to seek within the dark. We're balanced with our feminine energy, with our masculine, and we're able to expand with the light, with the energy of the masculine. So the Six of Michael is here. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. And this is connected to us moving away. We may be relocating, traveling. We're going to be moving to higher vibe places that are connected to our soul tribe members. Some of us, not all of us, some of us will be staying put and they'll be coming towards us. Now, the Eight of Michael, you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. You're not seeing things clearly. And we're not, because this is connected to our our postponement of what we are creating. Now the Three of Michael is here. Release the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. And this is where we release the pain. This is where we actually do it in this Five of Swords. And we know that the Five of Swords is connected to the Five of Wands. And that's what we came here to do. That's part of mission work. We're removing that active charge. And we take a leap of faith. Archangel Metatron, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. And that's the Fool. And it's connected to the Ace of Raphael, and this is the Ace of Cups. A positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. And this is what's happening. We're moving forth with love. But it's through us. That's the gift of that cup. We're being gifted back an activation with self, but this self is connected to the Two of Cups. This is what they're showing me. All right. Well, there is the energy of Aquarius, and there it is, the connection to the Hermit. So the last card in the sequence that they showed me was the Hermit, and this is why. But it was from a different deck. It wasn't from this deck or this deck. It was from a completely different deck, and I wasn't finding it at the time, but I'll have him present at the next reading. Now, we're making the connections within. This is what's happening. We're restoring balance within, and that has to do with what's being birthed with this cosmic egg of transformation. And it's connected to New Earth. It's connected to the healing energies of the star through the body, through the mind and the soul with spirit. And it's because we're moving away from what's toxic, what's no longer serving us. As we move away from what's toxic and no longer serving us, this is the decaying of old earth. We're getting towards what's actually the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is connected to the Six of Cups, our pleasure. I was trying to find it. It's over here. Okay. One more card, and we're going to say goodbye, and then we're going to meet up again, and we're going to discuss this all and see what's happening. Dancer of Joy with Dancer of Frustration. And look at that. There's opposite energies coming together. And there's a connection to the Hunter of Death, but we will be discussing this on the next reading as well. We're going to end things right here. So, the Dancer of Joy and the Dancer of Frustration. I am the dancer of frustration. I delight in placing obstacles in your path, but I can also show you that there are other paths to walk. What will you do when I appear? Either you will push against me, or try to break my hold, or you will walk with me until the strength of my grip gradually begins to lessen. So while I may seem a negative force in your journey, I teach you to look for better ways to advance and how best to strengthen your resolve. So we're learning how to resolve our issues. We're strengthening that sword in order to create with our truths and learn how to resolve our issues in a Two of Cups manner, in an equal manner. At times, the universe itself seems determined that we should fail, and the mountains of wasted energy spent in the attempt to break through that wall of frustration can drain us for longer than we realize. We need only to look at this powerful cave art to see that frustration is no new thing. The dancer of frustration may stand in our way, but also encourages us to look beyond the obvious and find a new path that must lead us to greater joys and richer rewards than the original path we sought to take. The movement we can visualize our new paths is the moment we can visualize that new path is the moment we can begin to move forward again. And there's how to heal from our failure. And we know we're learning this right now. And this is connected to our opposition. And this is resolving hopelessness, paths blocked, inhibition strengthened, determination to find a way, anger. And we're healing from anger. That helps us heal from that active charge. And our desire to diminish is being strengthened because we're releasing. And that's what we need right now. And it's connected to the dancer of joy. And what? Now we're going to flip the script and we're going to add the positive charge. The dancer of joy. I am the dancer of joy. I dance for the very joy of being alive, for the wisdom and sense of fulfillment that are everywhere around me. Through the fluid movements of my limbs, I can help you to discover the paths you must take as I fling myself with great abandon in a circle until I am ready to fall down. My arms stretch out and my fingers point in the direction you must take. There can be no standing still in life. I must always be moving onward in my eternal search for joy. So tread this path with me. And that's why the Spirit of Fire has come here to say to us, we're moving forward. Joy is one of the oldest states human beings encounter. The dancer in this image shows us a sheer, unbridled fountain of life, bursting forth and transforming everything it touches. Joy enters us at moments of heightened awareness, of delight, and of passion, of truthfulness and hope. It carries us far above any other feeling of experience and establishes within us a core of energy that is always there to be tapped. Embrace the dancer of joy and let this figure carry you on an endless wave of ecstasy. Learn the joy of living and let it radiate from you, spreading out to all of those around you. Delight, awareness, hope, happiness, transformation, light of being, indication towards light, divine presence, experiencing pleasure, acknowledgement of truth. And there it is. We've transformed. We've acknowledged our truth. You know, the Fool is here. Guys, the Hangman is here. We're at a time. We're putting down our burdens because the Hangman is here twice. So the Hangman is here connected to a new beginning of putting down our burdens of the Matrix. Putting down the burdens of our old patterning that's keeping us stuck and held back and stagnant. And it's all connected to the Four of Swords and the Knave of Chalices, which this is creating with our love. We're going to want to create with love. And there it is. There's the Lovers and strength. We're having strength. I'm putting it like this. We're having strength to love. We're having strength to transform. We're having strength to face the unknown. We're having the strength to face change. I want you to see, guys, there's the number 8. This portal energy is, it's doing this. It's doing this for us. It's helping us to create this. That's what they're showing me. That the portal energy is activating this. This is what's being activated with this Lionsgate portal. And this is why the number 8 is so sacred and connected to this portal. And why the number 8 is so, connected, period. And that's why we got the message of Black Moon Lilith, because she's also greatly connected to this. We destroy to create. We create to destroy. And this is just understanding how to work with energy in order to manifest, in order to raise our vibration, in order to create this equality between each other. And you know what? We're doing it through self. This is definitely connected to our last reading. We have so much confirmation. I want you to see this Fool in the Fool card, like the high vibe choices that he's making. His connection to the alchemy between fire and water, it's right here. He's healing. He's doing sacral chakra healing, but it's connected to his solar plexus. There's a connection here. It's also to the earth. We're manifesting right now, guys. We're in a very, very, very sacred time of manifestation. And that's also why this card is here, to show us this today. But it's through the body. It's healing with the body, the mind, and the soul with the spirit. From the heavens to the earth through us. We expand. We're creating art through alchemy. And it's alchemy of self. We're becoming art, guys. We're becoming living works of light art. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. We're finding that balance. We're finding that balance of dark to light, of yin to yang. Guys, I want to thank you for joining us here with all this beautiful energy of the sun. It's been gorgeous, and just, you know what? Sometimes it's not about everything what looks like. It is what it is, right? And yes, you know what? Sometimes when the lighting may not be perfect with all of these readings, or something may not be perfect, it's that how it's perfectly unfolding, imperfectly perfection, right? It's natural. And so it's about sometimes, the energies are present and how we're manifesting, and not just everything of how it looks. Everything of how it looks is how we connect to the matrix, because we always want things to be in a pretty picture. But when we're actually manifesting in real life, not everything is a pretty picture. And that's acceptance. That's restoring balance of the dark. We have to restore the balance through us. We just have to accept that, what we're learning through the negative. And then, we face the shadow energies head on, and then we're mastering self. We are living art. We are living alchemy. And we are completely. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. I look forward to seeing you again soon, where we discuss everything now that's gone down. Take care, guys. Oh, that's my lion walking by too.
What's up, bigot? What's up, my mommy's channel?
I've taken it.